like a lightning strike. I wasn't ready for the way you got me burning. We're so damn high, and I never.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so today's video is going to be a little different. I wanted to I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about how I lost myself in 2020. I never thought that I would literally sit here in front of a camera and tell my problems to the world, but I'm gonna be as transparent and raw and just let it out. Before I do, please give this video a big thumbs up for love. For 2020, I have big plans for this channel, and I really need I really need your help. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start. I wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life, in my mind, that not a lot of people know, not even my husband, my best friends, my parents. So this video has to do a lot with my past and a lot with what's been happening, you know, in my life. I want to start out by saying it's been really hard. I don't think I talk about this with anybody, but it's been really hard for me to find my purpose in life. And when I say that, I mean in a career. Okay, so let's go back to high school. Okay, back in 2014, after I graduated, I had big plans to go to college, and my dream job was always to become a diagnostic medical sonographer. That has always been my dream, like my actual professional dream. Graduate, go to school, work in that field. I always thought that I wanted to work in the medical field because one, I enjoy it, and two, I always put other people before myself. Okay, I always put other people's needs and problems and everything before mine. So I always thought I'd make a great nurse or a great, you know, radiologist. So I graduated high school, and first thing I did was I lost focus in what I wanted or what I thought I wanted. I immediately participated in a pageant. It was Miss Puerto Rico Petite 2014. That pageant took 6 to 1 year, right? So from 6 months to a year, I was focused on that pageant and that pageant only. I prepared myself, you know, this is what I like to do. I like to model, I like to go up there, and I like to make a difference and just inspire other girls like me. Whatever, I did the pageant. After that, I met my husband, I got married, we moved across the world to Germany. Basically, I never really focused on what I thought I wanted, right? So we moved to Germany. We lived in Germany for 3 years. In Germany, I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't stay home 24/7, be a housewife. Nothing wrong with that, but me, I need to get out and I need to do something, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back to school. I went back to school. I got certified as a clinical medical assistant. The last year in Germany, I started to do my clinicals. I started working at the lab, getting my hours in at the medical records. I started, you know, doing what I thought I wanted to do. After that, we went back home. We went back home to Florida. We were there for a month. So everything that I did the last year in Germany, I completely forgot about. Like I again lost focus. When I first got my certificate, when I first got certified, I was like, okay, you have this. Now you need to step up and do everything else that you need in order to go work at a clinic, go work at a hospital, get your feet wet, like do it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Months passed. never did anything. Years passed, nothing. Certificate meant nothing if I couldn't use it, if I couldn't do anything with it, right? I came to a conclusion and I was like, you know what? It was so confusing to me because I thought I wanted to be a diagnostic medical sonographer. Then I thought I wanted to be a freaking clinical medical assistant. Working at the lab, I was like, you know what? No, I love being in the lab. I want to be a phlebotomist. I was so confused in what I wanted to do with my life. I was so confused. And with trying to figure out what I wanted, I also wanted to live my life. I wanted to travel a lot. I wanted to do so many things that I got so caught up that I, again, didn't take school serious. At least that what I was doing, you know? Honestly, sitting down and thinking back, I realized that that's just not what I want to do. I've tried it multiple times and it's not something that I want to wake up and do. And that's why it hasn't worked out for me. So now we moved to Hawaii and we were living in Hawaii, and I was like, you know what? I really need to find my purpose. Like, forget everything else, the little demon and the little angel on my shoulders. Like, I need you to like back off. Like, I really need to think and figure out what I want. Okay, get to Hawaii. I'm desperate for a job, right? So I start working. I don't know if a lot of you know. I start working, I get a job, start making my money, saving my money. Boom, fine. Again, I am not focusing on what I want to do. So what I'm trying to say is, it's been really hard for me this past year to find my purpose in life. And I talk about it with my husband and I tell him, I was like, you know what? I want to wake up and I want to do what I love, okay? I want to wake up and create content. I want to wake up, turn on the camera and talk to you guys. I want to wake up, do my makeup, go to the photo shoots. I want to promote your brand. I want to create videos. I want to inspire you. I want to talk about being positive. I want to send a message. I want to do all of that. That is what I love to do. And I want to wake up every day and do that. Crazy because a lot of people see me as a pretty face and a big butt. And you know what? That's fine. You can see me as whatever you like to see me. But you don't see when I pick up my book and start reading. You don't see when I start meditating. You don't see when I pray. You don't see when I spend quality time with my family. You don't see when I work 2 jobs. You don't see any of that, okay? People only see what I allow them to see. A lot of you probably don't know that I tried starting a business, right? This is new to you. You don't see what I do to make myself better every day. You don't see what I do to improve myself every day. So to a lot of people, I'm just a model with good looks and a big butt, and that's fine. Only close people to me have access to the real me, to my energy, to my vibe, okay? And the few people that I have in my life right now are the only people that have showed me that, first of all, that have believed in me, that they have such big hopes for me that I get emotional because they literally see the potential in me that I don't see sometimes, and that is what keeps me going. 2020 has really been a difficult year for me mentally. I feel like my mental health was... Let's see who's trying to call me right now. Hello?
Yes, hi.
Sorry. I had a call from my doctor. Anyways, honestly, 2020 has been a very difficult time for me mentally. I feel like my mental health was triggered, and that's not okay at all. So I want to let you know, and I want to kind of just tell you that it's gonna be okay, right? I feel like sometimes we have to go through difficult times to get better, to let go of all that toxic energy or things or people or anything that might be draining you. You have to let it go. I feel like 2020 was a very, very, very difficult time. I lost myself. There was times where I was depressed. I would lay on this bed and I would not want to get up. Nothing could motivate me to get up from this bed. Nothing. I stopped going to the gym. And if you know me, you know that I love going to the gym. That's like my therapy. I stopped dancing. I stopped doing things that I love that make me happy. That I stopped so many things. First of all, COVID happened and we were isolated in a home 24/7, not being able to leave. We were scared, right? Because obviously your health is a priority, and you don't want to hear that people are out here dying because they have a virus. You don't want to hear that your loved one is affected by it. You can't do anything. I'm so far from my family. I couldn't do anything. 2020, so many things happened, and towards the end of the year, I really thought I wasn't going to make it. If I'm being completely transparent and honest, I thought I wasn't. Okay. I felt like I couldn't even function sometimes. I feel like I could have been a better friend. I feel like I could have been a better wife. I could have made food on time, or I could have listened to my husband. I could have done so many things differently, but I didn't. I feel like I could have done better for myself. Instead of laying in bed, depressed and sad for myself, I could have gone up, worked out, did better. But you know what? We all have those days, and you know why? Because we're not perfect. And I honestly say this in the most humble way that I can. I have such a big heart. I love with all my heart, and I think that is my biggest flex. Even if you have hurt me or betrayed me or put dirt on my name or dragged my name or literally have done anything to me, I will still try and look for the good in you, because that's how I am. That's how I was raised. And sometimes it's not the best because people think that they can just walk all over you and don't respect you. But that is the way that I am. And why should I have to change the way that I am for people to respect me or not walk all over me, or just, my intentions, one, have always been pure. I don't have any type of hate in me. It's either all love or I don't care. There's no capacity of hate in me at all. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just trying to really explain to you guys how hard, not just for me, but for so many people, 2020 was a real test. And let me tell you, she got me. 2020, you got me. I'm not gonna lie, you did. As strong and as positive and as brave as I tried to stay, you defeated me. You did. But as you can see, I'm up. I am starting to get back into routine. I have dealt with all of my demons. I have prayed so much. I have lifted myself, and I literally feel that I am healing. I am healing from everything that I've been through. You know, I recently went back to Florida because I needed to leave. I needed to get out of where I was, a dark place. I was, you know what, I need to leave. I need to be reunited with my family, my best friends. I need to figure it out. I left. Same. Yes, it was amazing seeing my family and being around them, and I needed that. My heart needed that for real. But I just can't run from my problems. I need to face my problems. I remember coming back from my trip, and I wasn't feeling too good. So I come back from my trip, and I remember I got in the shower, and I started to shower. You know, I put the hot water on. I shower with hot water, and I remember out of nowhere, I start bawling. I start crying, and I start getting on my knees, and I start looking up, and I'm like, why? I'm like, why? Why am I going through this? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like the whole world is against me? Why do I feel this betrayal? Why do I feel like I'm such a bad person? Why do I feel like I have no purpose? Why am I going through this? I start crying, and I start freaking praying, and I knew that day was my breaking point. I knew that I needed that day. I needed to cry and scream and pray in order to release all of those feelings that were bottled up inside. I knew that that was the day that my healing process was working. I felt like this weight just lifted off my shoulders that day. I was like, I needed that. I needed to cry it out, to scream it out, to punch it out, to pray it out. I needed to do all of that in order to move forward. After that day, I completely disconnected. I didn't go on social media for about 3 days. I was like, I need to detox. That's it. No more. I need to, whatever is hurting me mentally, physically, spiritually, anything that's not for me has to go, has to be removed. I don't want it in my life anymore. Okay? I started thinking, writing, manifesting, praying. I started really trying to find myself again. And I can tell you that I'm starting to feel like myself again. And I am so happy that I decided to take that step and be brave enough to cut everything that doesn't serve me out. I don't need you. Okay? Because despite the problems, despite everything, the good in my life always outweighs the bad. And I can say, and I can sit here and I can tell you that I am so blessed despite everything. I am so blessed. And I know that everything that I've been through is going to be a testimony, and it's going to be something that is going to help me in my future. Really, you have to love yourself so much that the opinions or the bad vibes or the bad brujeria that people throw at you, they don't matter. You have to have so much of self-love that you are literally unstoppable. You are. After that, I started to wake up happier and more motivated to do what I love to do. I started to go to the gym. I started to, talk to my husband more about my issues. I started to spend more time with my family and not just isolate myself. After that day, I felt peace. That day helped me prepare for the things that have been thrown at me this past couple of months. Okay? That day, anything that was thrown at me, negative or bad or anything that doesn't serve me, I literally would see things and I'd be like, okay, it is what it is. Boom, deleted. I felt so much peace in me. Nothing fade me. Nothing got to me. Nothing made me sad. Nothing made me double guess. Nothing got to me because I feel like I was a new person. And I know some of you are like, what are you talking about? Like, you're human. Like, that's fine, but what I went through by myself and everything I felt and everything I had let go is what prepared me to feel the way that I feel now. It's what prepared me for me to sit here and tell you and talk to you about what I went through. I stopped being so hard on myself. I spoke to myself. I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? No, you need to stop. You have such a big heart. You are so brave. You always put other people before yourself. You have pure intentions. You spread so much positivity and you spread so much love. And at the end, maybe you won't see it now or 2 years from now or 3. But at the end, Genesis, that is all going to pay off. Because goes around, comes around, and I believe in good karma. I believe in bad karma. I want to let you know that you're not alone, even when you feel like you are. Because I have never felt so alone in my life, and it has nothing to do with the people around me. It has to do with me. And the things inside me and the things inside of my head and the choices and everything that I've done, all of that affects your day-to-day life, and it affects the way that you think, and then affects the people around you, even if you don't see it. So I want to tell you that you're not alone. If you feel like you don't have a purpose, or you've been struggling, or you need something, this is a reminder that you're not alone. Another thing that I forgot to mention was my dog Cookie. When I came back from the trip, she got sick. She got really sick. I had to take her to the hospital, and that was just one of the things that was added to my stress and to my anxiety. So that's why I felt so many things were happening at the same time that I could not deal with mentally. I could not, especially with her. She's my baby. She's been with me since I was 12. I'm 24, so she's literally my daughter, and that completely just destroyed me a little bit more. Everything was happening at the same time, and mentally I wasn't strong enough to deal with it. Thank God she's feeling better. She's hyper and she's eating and pooping normal. A little tip, a little advice: be careful who you invite into your soul. Be very, very, very picky with the people that you invite into your home, into your soul, into your space, And don't, you know, protect your energy, protect your vibes. Don't be around people that drain you, okay? Be around people that lift you up, that help you, that see good in you, that hear you when you're quiet. Those are the people that you need in your life. Focus on yourself, be a better person for you. Anything that's toxic and doesn't serve purpose in your life, cut it out. You know, you don't need that. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and close today's video by saying Happy New Year's. Wishing you guys so much blessings. I hope all of these amazing doors open for you. 2020, you really did make me your bitch. Not gonna lie, you got me. 2021, I'm gonna make you mine. Just watch.